Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Hey!
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai.
Hey!
Am Yisrael Chai.
Hey!
Am Yisrael Chai.
Hey!
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael,
Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Havufir Mashiach will be here this year. La 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 la.
Mashiach is coming. Mashiach is coming.
Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Hello, hello everyone. Thank you for coming out. I want to introduce my best friend Ted Hayes. Before I give that intro, I'm going to give a short little paragraph of something I quickly wrote. Here it goes. So, my name is Shai Abishoor, and I'm the co-founder of Black and Jewish Unity, a project of the Love Israel movement. And I'm a proud indigenous Jew. I'm from the ancient land of Israel. I'm not from Europe. And my ancestors never left Israel. And we have the oldest grant deed in the world to prove it. The Bible. I'm neither a Republican or a Democrat, and I don't associate with any gangs. However, today I want to talk about the injustices that's happening around us. We cannot and will not turn a blind eye to it. Our politicians have been taking advantage of our black brothers and sisters for decades. And I stand here today as an activist to say, never again means never again for everyone. Our black citizens are being oppressed, and their plight is being monetized, politicized, and weaponized. Our black citizens make up approximately 13% of our population, yet over 60% of the unhoused homeless population. This is completely disproportionate. And us as Jews really need to step up and do something about it.
Yes, we do!
The homeless industrial complex and the racial inequities have got to end now. We are from the Middle East. I'm from Israel. And I'm way too familiar with the perpetuation of poverty and radicalization to weaponize and politicize the plight of the downtrodden, of the poor, of the homeless. Hamas does this every single day to the Palestinian people. While terrorist leaders sit comfortably in their mansions in the Middle East, while they oppress and weaponize their people, if you don't believe me, just look at the homes of Yasser Arafat, his wife, Abbas, Ismail Haniyeh. Look at their wealth. How did they get there? How did they get to that status? This is no different than the Palestinian industrial complex. This is no different than the homeless industrial complex. Politicians on top control and oppress their people for their own monetary gains.
Shameful!
Our politicians here are living comfortably in their luxury while they mandate business closures, leaving their own businesses open like Newsom, or closing our schools while they keep their children's schools open or pay for their expensive tutoring, while their inner city education gaps keep growing and our children's fall further behind. And now, once we open up our schools, we're using these once safe spaces to teach hate, teach division, teach indoctrination, distort the truth. We've seen this before, and we will not stand for it today in this democracy. I'd like to introduce, again, my best friend Ted Hayes. He's a civil rights activist, homeless activist. He's the father of Joanna Hayes, which is an Olympic gold medalist.
Woo!
He intentionally made himself homeless. I want you guys to think about this. He intentionally made himself homeless. Lived on the streets of Skid Row for 8 years, left his family, ate out of the trash cans, to see what his black brothers and sisters are going through. To understand why there is such a disproportionate amount of black homelessness in this country. I don't know anyone that would do that. I mean, Muhammad Gandhi wouldn't even do something like that.
God bless Ted Hayes.
Ted Hayes started the first homeless, what do you call it? Community. No, it wasn't an encampment. It was the first homeless
Kibbutz.
political kind of organization. He headed it. He called AT&T. He had a tent on Skid Row. He called AT&T. He said, get me a fax line. Get me a phone number. I want to start talking to politicians. I want to start making some changes. He created the first body politic of homelessness. He's been arrested. He's fought off the police. He's done many things, and it was all for the sake of equality and justice. Ted, I love you like a brother. Thank you for standing up for Israel. Thank you for standing up for peace.